In this video, I am going to walk you through what all you can do with one of those indexed county land ownership maps. So these are the maps that show up in hints on Ancestry.com, and for me at least, for the longest time, I would accept the hints, but I would kind of just forget about the maps because I didn't really know what to do with them. You know, I thought, okay, cool, he showed up on a map where I thought he lived. Great. And that was the end of that. And I just pushed these maps to the back of my mind. But there is so much information you can get from one of these county land ownership maps. And today I'm just going to walk you through how to get the actual land patent for the plot of land. So first of all, I just want to show you the family that we're working with today. This is Charles Berggren. And this is his family. As I'll show you today, we're going to research their lives and the land that they lived on in Wisconsin. Just wanted to show you that picture. I think it's an amazing picture. This whole family is standing out. This is probably the late 1800s. So this is the indexed county land ownership map that I'm talking about. They show up in hints on Ancestry all the time. So this is what we're working with today. Now, luckily for me, my ancestor, Charles Berggren, is conveniently up here in the corner, so I know exactly where he is on the map. But the first step would be to find your ancestor on this really obscure and hard to read map. So yeah, luckily for me, it's right here in the corner, easy to read. So first step in what we're going to do, we are going to go to the Bureau of Land Management General Land Office Records search website. So to get here, it's just glowrecords.blm.gov, or you can just Google BLM Glow and it'll get you there. So we're going to go to search documents. And previously I had made a video, which I'll link down below, on how to just do a very basic search on this website using the last name and the first name, the state and the county of your ancestor. This video is going to get a little more specific. We're going to go down here and use land description because the land description is what's given to you by these indexed county land ownership maps. So we're going to go back to the map. And this is hard to read, sorry, it's pretty blurry, but up here it should tell you, it says map of Garfield Township, and below the name of the township it should give you the legal land description. So this says part of Township 33 North, ranges 17 and 18. So if we go back here, we're going to type in Township 33. You can ignore this part, because to be honest, I really don't know what it means. And I'm sure a more seasoned genealogist would know, but you know, I've done this a lot and I never use this and it always works in my favor. So Township 33 North, as it says, and the range was 17 and 18. So we're just going to start with range 17. And the section number, this is important. Section number, if we go back, you'll notice the whole map is made up of sections. So 1, 6, can't really read that, 3, 2. So Charles up here is in section number 2. So Township 33 North, range 17, you can skip Meridian, and it's section number 2. And don't forget, you also have to put the state up here. So this is Wisconsin. So search patents. And so these are the list of names of everyone who had ever bought land in section number 2. And as you can see, we have Carl Berggren here. So really quick, searching by land description instead of name in the Bureau of Land Management General Land Office Records is a great way to find maybe some of those elusive ancestors who operated by different names. So for example, I know Charles Berggren as exactly that, Charles Berggren, but here he signed his name as Carl Berggren. He was Swedish, so Carl would have been the Swedish version of his name. I'm not sure why there's a discrepancy between Bergen and Berggren. It was definitely Berggren and not Bergen. Maybe that could have been the fault of a transcription error or something like that, but just it's a great way to see if you're missing a spelling or something, if you have those elusive ancestors that you can't seem to find. So searching by land description more generally rather than specific names of ancestors might be able to help you in that. So as you can see, we have Charles Berggren here. So you click on his accession number, and this gives you all the details of this plot of land that he's shown to have owned right here. So I walked through this in a previous video, which again I'll link down below, but we are just here to look at the patent image. And again, this is my favorite part, the authority. So he bought this through the Homestead Act. It's just interesting to see that he was one of the many new Americans, or maybe not Americans yet, new immigrants who were beneficiaries of the Homestead Act. I think that's awesome. So we're going to click patent image. And so here is the actual patent for this little slice of land up here. So now you don't only have a pretty obscure map, you also have, you know, for some people a rather obscure legal document. But I think it's just great to add this to the map that you have, you know, this actual patent. I think that's great.